Hi, Clarity family. Welcome back to another reading. Today, we are tapping into the person on your mind and their exact feelings for you. We are going beneath the surface, not just do they like you? No, we are getting into what they truly feel, what they are hiding, what they are afraid to admit, what they think when they see you moving forward, what they want from this connection, and what energy they may bring towards you next. Because somebody can sit there looking calm, collected, and completely unbothered. Meanwhile, internally, their emotions are throwing furniture. Okay? Those emotions are flip flopping. And before we begin, yes, because a lot of you guys have been asking, the 3 questions for $33 personal psychic reading is still available. You can ask any 3 questions about their exact feelings, whether they will contact you, third party energy, anything about this relationship, your career, your finances. If you just need spiritual guidance, that link is in the description, okay? Any personal situation where you need clarity. Because a collective reading, it gives us the overall energy. A personal reading allows me to tap directly into your person, your connection, and your specific circumstances. All right, Clarity family, let's get into the 3 piles. Pile 1, your attention may be drawn to the tangerine glass crystal paired with the 3 of Wands. Pile 2, your attention may be drawn to the teal blue glass crystal paired with Judgment. Pile 3, your attention may be drawn to the yellow glass crystal paired with the Sun. So take a moment, choose the pile that pulls at your energy the strongest. Trust your instincts first, okay? Trust your first instinct. Do not overthink it, because the mind will sit there holding a board meeting while your intuition already made the decision 10 minutes ago. All right, Clarity family, let's get straight into it. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your Pile 1 reading. So today we're tapping into the person on your mind and their exact feelings for you. We are going deep into this person's emotions, not just do they like you? That is surface level, okay? We are finding out what they truly feel when nobody's watching, what they are hiding behind their behavior, what makes them nervous about this connection, what they think when they see you moving forward, whether they are planning to take action, and whether they are about to step up or watch somebody else take their place. Because somebody can act calm. They can post cute pictures and pretend life is wonderful. Meanwhile, emotionally, they are in the bathroom holding a private emergency meeting with themselves, okay? But real quick though, the 3 questions for $33 personal psychic reading is still available. You can ask any 3 questions about the person on your mind, communication and contact, love and commitment, career and finances, spiritual guidance, hidden energy surrounding a situation, or anything personal where you need deeper clarity. The information is located in the description, okay? That link is there. But let me say this, there are certain things that I can share during a private personal reading that I cannot fully discuss on this platform. A collective reading gives us the general energy. A personal reading allows me to tap directly into your situation, your person, your circumstances, and the details surrounding your questions. And if you know, you know. All right, Pile 1, let's get straight into it. Your energy drew you here to the tangerine glass crystal paired with the 3 of Wands. Now, immediately, this person feels like you are moving forward with or without them. The 3 of Wands represents expansion, progress, future plans, movement, and waiting to see what comes next. It carries strong fire sign energy. So yes, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius may be significant in your chart, their chart, or somewhere within this connection. But whether those signs are present or not, the energy is clear. This person knows that you are not going to stop your life and wait forever. You are the type of person who keeps going. Yes, you may feel disappointed. You may need a moment to process something. You may even give somebody more chances than they deserve. But eventually, you get back up, straighten your crown, and continue towards your future. And that is intimidating to this person because they know you have vision, you have options, you have goals, you have the ability to create a life beyond this connection. And guess what? Guess what? They do not like the fact that they cannot keep you emotionally parked in the same place while they take their sweet time deciding what they want. This person, I feel like, assumes, they say things like this: they will still be there. They're not going anywhere. I have time to figure this out. Those are the type of things that they say. Meanwhile, pile one has already packed emotional luggage and started checking departure times. Okay? Honey, they see you as somebody who is always looking towards something bigger. You are focused on your career, your money, your healing, your appearance, your spiritual growth, travel, relocation, or simply creating a better life for yourself. And they know that once you fully commit to a new direction, you are difficult to stop. And this person admires that about you. They do. They admire that. But they also resent it. Okay, they also resent it because your independence means that they cannot control your future. They cannot give you the crumbs and expect you to sit there grateful because at least something landed on the plate. No, you are not starving for attention. And that makes this person nervous. Now, the Three of Wands can also represent distance, okay? For some of you, this may be like a long distance connection or somebody who lives in another city, state, or country. For others, the distance is emotional, right? You may still communicate. You may still see them, but energetically, you are no longer standing where they left you. And they feel that shift. I feel like they notice that you are less available, less impressed, less reactive, less willing to keep explaining what you need. And now they are wondering, honey, they are wondering, are they moving on? Is someone else coming into their life? Did I wait too long? Am I about to lose my place in their future? Now, the pressure is building, because this person may have thought that they were the main destination. But pile one is starting to realize they may have only been a scenic stop on the journey. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the tangerine glass crystal. Because, listen, tangerine energy carries passion, creativity, confidence, sensuality, courage, and movement. And so this person feels strongly attracted to your fire. I feel like they see you as exciting, desirable, ambitious, and full of life. You are not giving dull. You are not giving predictable. And you are definitely not giving, I will sit here forever while you emotionally take attendance. This person feels like you are building momentum, and that creates two emotions inside of them. There's admiration because they respect your drive, and fear because they know your future may become too big to include someone who refuses to grow with you. That is the real problem. They want to be a part of your future. They imagine traveling with you, building with you, or moving this connection into something more serious. But imagination is not action. No. And pile one is not about to keep dating someone's potential while their actual behavior remains unavailable. Baby, you are not in a relationship with a PowerPoint presentation. Where are the results? This person currently, right, be watching, planning, and trying to decide how to move. Because the Three of Wands can show someone standing at a distance, looking towards the future and considering their next step. But while they are planning, you are progressing. While they are thinking, you are changing. While they are waiting for the perfect moment, you are becoming unavailable. And that is what scares them. Their exact feelings is, I admire your strength and the future you are creating, but I am afraid that if I do not move soon, you will create that future without me. Honey, they know you are not going to stop. They know you are not going to beg. And they know that once you realize somebody is holding you back, you will release their hand and keep walking. Okay, Pile 1. The opening message is that this person sees you as ambitious, passionate, independent, and determined to create a better future. They are attracted to your confidence and your drive, but they are also intimidated because they know they cannot keep you waiting forever. They feel like time is running out for them to step up. It's running out for them to make a move or secure their place in your life before you fully move forward without them. So their exact feeling is, you are going somewhere and I want to be a part of it. But I know you will not slow down just because I am afraid to act. Pile 1, you have 6 more cards to go in this reading. Each card is going to reveal what they truly feel beneath the surface, what they are hiding from you, what intimidates them about your future, what they want to do next, and what may be blocking them from taking action, and whether they are going to move towards you before you move on without them. And once you reach card 6, we are going straight into the total energetic frequency, where we will tie this entire, we will tie together their emotions, attraction, fears, hidden motives, intentions, likely behavior, and the overall energy surrounding this connection. All right, Pile 1, let's pull card 1 and find out what this person feels when they imagine you moving forward without them. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. Card 1. All right, you got go with the flow. I know that's right. You chilling. Pile 1, you've been chilling, huh? You have literally been protecting your nervous system. I can feel it. You like quiet spaces, quiet cafes, solitude, right? But let's tap into this energy. Go with the flow. Now, this is interesting because the Three of Wands already show forward movement, progress, and expansion. But this card says that this person may be realizing that they cannot control every part of this connection. They may have tried to control the timing, control the communication, control how much they reveal, control whether you wait. But your energy is not standing still just because they want extra time. This person feels like the connection is moving in a direction that they did not fully plan for. And that makes them nervous because they are being forced to either trust the process or finally admit that they have been resisting it. Okay? I feel like they may be thinking, what if I let this unfold? What if I stop overthinking? What if I actually follow what I feel? Because right now their head is creating more traffic than the situation itself. And here's the deeper message. They feel like you are no longer forcing anything. You have stopped chasing, stopped explaining, stopped trying to make the connection move. And now you are allowing life to show you what belongs and what needs to float right on out of your energy. Okay? This is what intimidates them. Because when you stop forcing it, they lose the comfort of knowing you will keep doing all the emotional work. Okay? When you stop forcing it, they lose the comfort of knowing that you will keep doing all the emotional work. Now, they have to decide whether they are going to move with the connection or watch the current carry you somewhere better. Baby, their exact feelings is that I know I cannot control where this is going. And I am afraid that if I do not move naturally towards you, life may move you away from me. They are being pushed to release control, trust what they feel, and stop resisting the moment already happening between you. Pile 1, you have 5 more cards to go. Now let's pull card 2 and find out, what are they trying so hard to control instead of simply allowing themselves to feel? Let's find out, honey. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. Because I tell you, when I tell you that this person's energy coming through is interesting. But let's go ahead and pull card 2. Thank you, Spirit. You got the future. See, this is a confirmation. This is a synchronicity. The card says, I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old together. I want it all. Y'all, I want it all. Brand new socks and drawers. Okay. Y'all, why did those lyrics come in my head? I think Chingy, this rapper Chingy, had that song, I Want It All. Brand new socks and drawers. That part. Look, all right, pile 1, let's stay on focus here. Now, this is a confirmation and a synchronicity. Your opening card was the 3 of Wands, which is all about the future, expansion, movement, and what comes next. And now card 2, the future. I'm going to read it again. I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old together. I want it all. So yes, this person is absolutely imagining a life with you, not just a text, not just a date, not just a temporary little situation. They are thinking bigger. I feel like they may be picturing traveling with you, building memories, creating stability, and experience life side by side. And that is why Go With The Flow came out first. Okay, because a part of them wants to start resisting these feelings and simply allow the connection to grow naturally. But here's the issue. They are doing a lot of future planning inside their head. Meanwhile, in real life, you may be still waiting for basic movement. You see what I'm saying? So they have imagined the trips, the home, the laughter, the matching rocking chairs. Yeah. But have they sent the text? Have they sent the text? Let's start there. Because this person sees you as someone they could genuinely grow with. Yes, they do. But here's the thing. I feel like that they feel that you bring excitement, passion, and possibility into their life. But the 3 of Wands reminds us that the future requires action. You cannot keep daydreaming about a future with somebody while behaving like you do not care whether they are present tomorrow. So their exact feelings is, I see long-term potential with you, and I imagine us building a full life together. But I know that I must stop living only in the fantasy and begin moving towards it. Okay? They do not only desire you in the present, they privately imagine you as a part of the life they still hope to create. Pile 1, you have 4 more cards to go. Let's go ahead and pull card 3 and find out what is stopping this person from turning all these beautiful future fantasies into actual movement. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. you have, the card says, be the light. It also says, when darkness surrounds you, be the light. You are the light. See, that's the issue right there. You are the light. And keep this in mind, Clarity family, that darkness is attracted to light. So if you ever wonder, like, why do I keep attracting these people who is emotionally unstable, right? This is the reason. Now, also, just because you attract something does not mean that you have to engage with it, okay? And it also does not mean that that's what you're vibrating. So listen, you can be vibrating light and people are going to come towards you. For example, if you are lost in the woods in pitch black darkness and you look ahead of you, in front of you, and you see a light and it looks like a porch light, you are going to move towards it. Okay? So listen, this explains why this person is so drawn to you, because you carry an energy that they may not know how to create within themselves. You are hopeful when they are discouraged, grounded when they are emotionally all over the place, clear when they are confused, warm when they are shut down. And like I said, yes, Clarity family, darkness is often attracted to light. Not because you are responsible for saving anybody, but because people feel lost, may be deeply drawn to someone who appears emotionally strong, spiritually aware, or full of life. That's why we have life coaches. That's why we have therapists. That's why we have people who inspire us to help us, to pull us out during those dark times. Okay? So that may be the issue here, that this person sees you as light in the future they keep daydreaming about. I feel like they feel happier, calmer, more inspired, or more hopeful around you. But they could also be leaning on your energy instead of doing their own emotional work. Okay? And listen, Pile 1, you are a light, not a rehabilitation center with romantic benefits. You can inspire somebody. You can encourage them. You can show them what healthy love feels like. But you cannot keep carrying the entire connection because they refuse to find their own flashlight. Now, connect the cards. Go with the flow. They are being asked to stop resisting the connection. The future, they imagine a full life and long-term growth with you. Be the light. They see you as the hope, warmth, and positive energy inside that future. Their exact feeling is, you bring light into parts of me that I feel uncertain or emotionally dark, and I am afraid of losing a person who makes the future feel possible. But here's the warning. They must love your light without trying to live entirely off of it. Because you deserve someone who adds warmth to your life too, and not somebody standing in your glow while handing you their unpaid emotional electricity bill. Let me say that again for the Clarity family in the back. You deserve someone who adds warmth to your life too, and not somebody standing in your glow while handing you their unpaid emotional electricity bill. See, because they see you as hope, healing, and emotional brightness, but this connection can only grow if they learn to create stability within themselves instead of depending on you to provide all of it. Pile 1, you have 3 more cards to go. Now let's pull card 4 and find out Are they ready to become emotionally stronger beside you? Or do they simply want continued access to your light? Let's find out what is the energy as it does relate. And let's see what's coming through. You got Jupiter, the planet Jupiter. So I'm going to tell you all about the planet Jupiter. This is an astrology card. Astrology and tarot is related, just for those of you who were unaware of that. So this is the planet Jupiter. I'm going to tell you all about the planet Jupiter. I'm going to tell you what zodiac sign Jupiter rules over and how this connects to this person on your mind. Thank you, Spirit. Now, give me 1 second, pile one. Let me take a sip of tea. All right, pile one. Your fourth card is Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is known in astrology as the planet of expansion, abundance, wisdom, growth, opportunity, optimism, travel, and blessings. So Jupiter traditionally rules Sagittarius and is also the traditional ruler of Pisces. And so Sagittarius or Pisces may be significant in your chart, their chart, or somewhere within this connection. And for those who may not know, astrology and tarot often overlap through planetary, zodiac, and elemental symbolism, which is why these messages can deepen one another. Now let's connect Jupiter to the person on your mind. This person sees you as someone who could expand their entire life, not just romantically. I feel like they feel that being with you could bring more adventure, more confidence, more emotional growth, more travel, more opportunity, and much bigger future, right? A much bigger future than the one they currently know. And this connects directly to the future card. All right, directly to the future card. They are not only imagining spending time with you, they are imagining growing with you. They see trips, new experiences, building something meaningful, learning from one another, and creating a life that feels fuller. But Jupiter also makes things bigger. So whatever they feel, right, it is growing. The attraction is growing. The daydreams are growing. The fear of losing you is growing. Unfortunately, the amount of time they spend imagining the future instead of creating it is growing. So Jupiter says there is major potential here, but potential still needs direction, because this person cannot keep saying, one day we could travel. One day we could build. One day we could have everything. At some point, one day needs to locate a calendar. Now, connect the energy. Go with the flow. They want to stop resisting the connection. The future. They imagine a complete life with you. Be the light. They see you as hope, inspiration, and emotional brightness. Jupiter. They believe that this connection could expand into something much bigger than either of you expected. Their exact feeling is, you make me believe in a larger, happier future. And I feel that being with you could change my life, but these feelings are becoming too big for me to keep treating casually. They see you as someone who could bring growth, adventure, abundance, and purpose into their life, but they must stop admiring the possibility and start participating in it. Pile one, you have 2 more cards to go. Now let's pull card 5 and find out, what is this person afraid, right? What is this person afraid could block the beautiful future that they keep imagining with you? Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. You have moving. The card simply says moving with a man carrying boxes. Honey. Whoa. I don't know. This just made me pause and kind of gave me chills at the same time. Because what have we been really talking about? Changing, relocation, leaving something behind is the energy here. So this is not subtle. Something is shifting. This can be a literal movement, relocation, travel, changing homes, changing jobs, or creating physical distance. But emotionally, this can also mean somebody is preparing to leave an old situation behind. Now remember, the opening card was the Three of Wands, which already gave us movement, expansion, and looking towards the future. Then we pulled the future. Then Jupiter, which is growth, travel, and big opportunities, and now moving. Spirit is repeating the message. This connection cannot stay where it is. Something has to change. I feel like this person is imagining moving closer to you, traveling with you, building a home, or creating a completely different lifestyle together. And for some of you, this can even be considering leaving behind a current living situation, a relationship, a job, a city, or an old version of themselves. But here's the question. Are they actually packing? Or are they just standing beside the boxes talking about how one day they might move? Because this person has beautiful future fantasies. They want the adventure. They want the growth. They want the light. They want the abundance. But now the cards are asking whether they are prepared to make real life changes to receive it. Their exact feeling is, I know being with you may require a major change, and part of me is ready to leave the old behind, but I am still deciding whether I have the courage to make the move. This can also reflect their fear that you are moving away, moving forward, moving into a better chapter, or moving emotionally beyond the connection. They feel the urgency now because they know once pile one starts packing up emotionally, you are not leaving a forwarding address for confusion. They feel a major transition surrounding this connection. They want to build a new future with you, but they know that future requires a real movement, sacrifice, and leaving something familiar behind. Pile one, you have one final card left. And now let's pull card 6 and find out. Are they truly ready to move towards the future that they keep imagining? Or are they about to watch you move on without them? Let's go. What is the energy? As it does relate. And let's see what's coming through. You have love call. Love call. The card says someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. All right. Now, this is clear. We all know what this card means, right? It's thinking of you expressing love, a message coming through. Right? Now, after all these cards about the future, growth, expansion, and movement, this person wants to communicate their feelings. That they have been thinking about you. They have been imagining a future with you. And now they feel pushed to finally say something instead of holding an entire relationship inside their imagination. So I feel like this is a call, a phone call, a text message, voice note, social media message, or an emotional conversation where they admit they miss you, care about you or want to know where the connection stands. Because apparently, after planning the adventures, growing older together, and mentally selecting the future, right, they have finally remembered that you need to be informed. Now, connect this to the moving card. Moving showed a real shift, transition, or change in circumstances. Love call shows communication that could begin moving this connection out of fantasy and into reality. And for some of you, this person may contact you about visiting them, right? Or you visiting them visiting you. Could contact you about traveling, relocating, meeting up, or making an actual plan. But pile one, listen carefully. A message is movement, but it is not the entire journey. They can say they love you. They can say they see a future. They can say they want it all. But after the call ends, their actions need to keep speaking. Their exact feelings is, I think about you. I see you in my future. And I want to express what I feel before life moves you too far beyond my reach. This person wants to break the silence and let you know that they're real, that their feelings are real. But the true test will be whether their communication leads to consistent action. Total energetic frequency. All right, pile one, let's put this entire story together. 3 of Wands plus tangerine glass crystal. This person sees you moving forward, expanding and creating a bigger future. They are deeply attracted to your passion and ambition, but intimidated because they know you will not wait forever. Go with the flow. They are realizing that they cannot control every part of this connection. I feel like they may need to stop resisting their feelings and allow things to develop naturally. The future. This person daydreams about adventures and growth and long-term partnership and growing old with you. They do not only imagine a temporary romance, they imagine an entire life. Be the light. They see you as hopeful, healing, inspiring, and emotionally bright. Your energy brings into light places within them that they may feel uncertain or dark. In Jupiter, their feelings are and expectations are expanding because they believe that this connection could bring happiness, travel, abundance, wisdom, and a much larger life. Moving, a major change is required. This could involve relocation, travel, leaving an old situation, or finally moving the connection out of stagnation. Love call. They are thinking about expressing their feelings and may want to contact you, confess what is in their heart, or discuss the future they have been imagining. This person sees you as part of a future that feels bigger, brighter, and more exciting than their present reality. They admire your light. They imagine growing with you. They feel that change is necessary. And they are preparing to communicate before you move forward without them. But here's where we talk about the shift that matters. They have already built an impressive future with you inside their head. Now we need to see construction begin in real life. Because thinking about you is beautiful. Wanting you is flattering, and daydreaming about growing old together sounds wonderful. But pile one cannot move into a home built entirely out of thoughts and good intentions. Where are the walls? Where is the roof? Where is the consistency? Yes, this person may genuinely love your energy and see long-term potential. But the cards are also showing that you are moving. Your life is expanding. Your light is growing. Your opportunities are increasing. And if they want to be a part of that future, they cannot continue standing at a distance admiring you like an inspirational documentary. They need to participate. Their message may be sincere, but pay attention to what follows it. Do they make plans? Do they remain consistent? Do they make necessary changes? Do they add light to your life or continue expecting you to carry all the emotional electricity? That is where the truth will be revealed. Their exact feelings are, you inspire me. I imagine a full future with you, and I feel that being with you could expand my entire life. I want to express my love before your growth and movement carry you into a future that no longer includes me. All right, Clarity family, that closes your pile 1 reading. For direct clarity about your personal situation, the 3 questions for $33 personal psychic reading is still available, and you can ask any 3 questions about the person on your mind, whether they will contact you, their intentions in the future, right? Career and finances, spiritual guidance, hidden energy surrounding your situation, or anything personal where you need deeper clarity. The information, the link is in the description. And remember, there are certain details I can discuss during a private reading that I cannot fully share on this platform. And if you know, you know. Pile 1, your final message is, this person may be preparing to express their love, but you are no longer impressed by beautiful words without movement. And if they truly want the future that they keep imagining, they must stop daydreaming about it and start helping you build it. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading, Pile 2. Today, we are tapping into the person on your mind and their exact feelings for you. We are going deep into this person's emotions, not just do they like you. No, we are finding out what they truly feel when they are alone, what they are hiding behind their behavior, what they regret about this connection, what they wish they could say to you, whether they want another chance, and whether they are finally ready to make a real move or just sit there having another emotional revelation with no action behind it. Because somebody can actually realize your worth, feel guilty, miss you, and have a full spiritual awakening. But if they still do not do anything about it, congratulations on the personal growth. But Pile 2 is not handing out participation trophies. Okay? But real quick though, the 3 questions for $33 personal psychic reading is still available. So you can ask any 3 questions about this person on your mind, communication and contact, love, commitment, and intentions, career and finances, spiritual guidance, hidden energy surrounding a situation, or anything personal where you need deeper clarity. The information, that link is in the description. And let me say this, there are certain things that I can share during a private personal reading that I cannot fully discuss on this platform, okay? A personal reading allows me to tap directly into your person, your situation, your circumstances, the details surrounding your questions. And if you know, you know. Okay, Pile 2, let's get straight into it. Your energy drew you here to the teal blue glass crystal paired with the Judgment card. And right away, this person feels like they are having a serious wake-up call about you. Judgment represents realization, truth, accountability, consequences, second chances, and somebody being forced to review the decisions they made. So the person on your mind currently is thinking, they are thinking, did I misjudge this person? Did I handle this connection the wrong way? Did I take them for granted? Did I push away someone who was actually trying to love me? And did I wait too long to understand what I had? I feel like this person is replaying the connection in their mind. The conversations, the disagreements, the moments when you tried to explain yourself, the chances you gave them, the love you showed, the warnings they ignored. And now they are realizing you were not asking for too much. They were simply giving too little. That realization is hitting differently now. because when they had access to you, they believed there would always be more time, more chances, more conversations, more opportunities to fix it later. But now, later may have finally arrived, and you are no longer available for the appointment. The person on your mind feels judged by their own behavior, and not because you are sitting there attacking them. No, but because once the noise died down, they had to sit with the truth. And the truth is, they mishandled someone who genuinely cared, okay? I feel like they were emotionally unavailable, inconsistent, prideful, confused, afraid, or convinced that you would continue waiting while they figured themselves out. Meanwhile, your energy has changed. You have become quieter, less reactive, less available, less willing to explain what should already be obvious. And that silence has done what all your previous conversations could not do. It forced them to hear themselves. Now, judgment can also represent reconciliation and second chances. So this person may want to return. They want to apologize, explain themselves, confess what they truly feel, or ask whether this is still an opportunity to repair the connection. And let's be clear, a second chance is not automatically granted just because somebody finally located their common sense. They may feel remorse. They may feel guilt. They may miss you. They may realize your value. But Pile 2 may be looking at them like, so it took losing access to me for you to understand? And honestly, that's exactly what happened. Some people do not appreciate your presence until they are forced to experience your absence. When you were calling, they were comfortable. When you were trying, they were distant. When you were explaining, they were confused. But when you stopped, suddenly the entire spiritual department opened an investigation. Now let's talk about the teal blue glass crystal. Because teal blue energy connects with emotional healing, intuition, truth, calm communication, and speaking from the heart. And so this person feels like there is something important that they need to tell you. An apology, a confession, an explanation, a truth that they have been avoiding, and an admission that they still have feelings for you and never completely released the connection. They want to clear the air, but they are afraid of what you will say once they finally tell the truth, because judgment is not only their awakening. It may also be your final decision, because they know that the power is no longer sitting in their hands. They had their opportunity. They made their choices. And now you may be the one deciding whether this connection receives another chapter or whether the book is already back on the shelf. This person sees you as more discerning now, more emotionally mature, more protective of your peace, and much less likely to confuse an apology with an actual change. Because somebody can say, I have changed, but Pile 2 is going to need supporting documents, references, a background check, and at least 2 forms of emotional identification. They feel like you can see straight through them now. The excuses no longer work. The mixed signals no longer move you. The emotional speeches no longer impress you. And that is intimidating because they know they cannot return with the same behavior and expect a different result. And this person feels like they are being called to rise, tell the truth, and finally become accountable for how they handled you. They genuinely want another chance. But these next cards are going to reveal whether this is real transformation or whether they simply want relief from the consequences of losing access to you. Because those are two different things. Their exact feeling is, I finally understand what this connection meant. And I know my choices may have damaged it. I want another opportunity, but I am afraid you have already made your final decision. Pile 2, the opening energy says that this person is experiencing a powerful emotional awakening about you. They are reviewing the past, recognizing their mistakes, feeling the weight of missed opportunities, and possibly considering an apology, confession, reconciliation, or second chance. But they also know that this is no longer about what they want. It is about whether you still believe they deserve access to you. A judgment says that somebody is being called to tell the truth and take responsibility. And the teal blue crystal says communication is going to be extremely important. Their exact feeling is, I finally understand your value, but I may have realized it after pushing you to the point where you no longer need me. Pile 2, you have 6 more cards to go in this reading, and each card is going to reveal what this person is finally realizing about you, what they regret most, what truth they want to confess, whether they genuinely want a second chance, what may still be blocking them, and whether this awakening will lead to real action or another emotional speech with no follow through. And once we reach card 6, we are going straight into the total energetic frequency where we will connect their emotions, regrets, hidden intentions, communication, likely behavior, and the overall energy surrounding this connection. All right, pile 2, let's go ahead and pull card 1 and find out what truth this person is finally being forced to admit about you and this connection. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. All right, you got on the right path. Give me 1 second. Pile 2, let me take a sip of tea. All right. Excuse me. I needed that. Okay, so your first card is on the right path, and this is powerful because you started with judgment, which already showed a wake-up call, truth, accountability, and a major realization. Now, this card comes through and says that this connection has pushed somebody towards a truth that they can no longer ignore. So this person feels like meeting you was not random. They believe this connection redirected them emotionally, spiritually, or mentally. Even if things became difficult, even if there was distance, silence, or confusion, I feel like they are now realizing that you changed the direction of their life. You made them look at themselves differently. You forced them to recognize patterns that they kept repeating. You have shown them what they truly wanted in love and what they are doing to sabotage it. And now judgment is ringing the alarm, while this card is basically saying, yes, pay attention. This is the lesson. So this person feels like returning to you, apologizing, or telling the truth would put them back on the right path. But here's the part we need to watch. Being on the right path does not mean standing there admiring the road sign. They actually have to walk it, because this person may know the right thing. They may know what the right thing is. They may know they should communicate. They may know that they should take accountability. They may know they need to change, but knowing and doing are not the same thing. Pile 2 is not giving extra credit because somebody finally read the instructions. There is also another message here. You may already be on the right path without them, This is what may be making this person nervous, okay? While they are having their awakening, you are healing, growing, and moving forward. They sense that your path is opening. Your energy is becoming clearer. Your standards are getting stronger. And your future is no longer waiting for them to make up their mind. And so now they are asking themselves, am I supposed to step up and walk beside them? Did I miss my opportunity? Can I still correct this? Or are they already too far ahead? Their exact feeling is, I believe this connection was meant to teach me something important. And I know the right path requires honesty, accountability, and real action. But I am afraid you may have already been moving forward without me. They are realizing that loving you may have been part of their path. But keeping you requires them to become the person they should have been from the beginning. Pile 2, you have 5 more cards to go. Now let's pull card 2 and find out what truth is this person being guided to face about the way they handled you. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. All right, you have, is it true? The card says, I heard you were dating someone. Is it true? Please tell me it isn't. Baby, they are pressed, honey, and nosy AF. They want to know who's loving you. Y'all know that song by Michael Jackson when I don't know how old he was. Was he like 7, 10 years old? Who's loving you? That's the energy right here, okay? Is it true, honey? Now, this is where the judgment energy gets very real, because this person may be having a wake-up call partly because they believe that somebody else may have your attention now. I feel like they may have heard something through mutual friends, seen something online, noticed a change in your energy, or simply felt that you are no longer emotionally available in the same way. And now their mind is running wild, okay? They are thinking, who are you talking to? Have they moved on? Did somebody else step into the position I kept leaving vacant? Are they giving someone else the love and attention they used to give me? And let's be honest, this person may have not been rushing to claim you before, but now that they think somebody else could, suddenly urgency has entered the chat. And this card shows jealousy, fear, curiosity, and emotional panic. They do not like the thought of you dating someone else. They do not like imagining you laughing with someone else, traveling with someone else, opening up to someone else, or building the type of relationship with another person that they kept delaying with you. The idea of being replaced is forcing them to confront how much they actually care. Now, connect this with on the right path. You are moving forward in a direction that is healthiest for you. You are meeting new people, opening yourself to better opportunities, or simply no longer waiting around for this person to decide what they want. And they can actually feel that. They know your path does not end with them. And this is what's bothering them. Because while they were taking their time, life kept moving. And now they are worried that somebody else is going to benefit from all that love, loyalty, patience, and light that they failed to appreciate. That is a painful realization, but it's also a consequence. You cannot leave the seat empty and then get offended when somebody else sits down. This person wants to ask you directly whether you are dating someone, but pride is blocking them. So instead, they are watching your social media, paying attention to your appearance, checking who interacts with you, or trying to gather information without exposing how bothered they really are, because they want the truth. But they are terrified the answer might be yes. Their exact feeling is, I am afraid you have moved on and found someone who is willing to give you what I hesitated to offer. I want to know the truth, but I do not know if I am ready to hear it. Their jealousy is revealing what their pride tried to hide. They still want a place in your life, and the thought of someone else taking it is waking them up fast. Pile 2, you have 4 more cards to go. And now let's pull card 3 and find out what this person is planning to do now that they fear someone else may be getting closer to you. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. Card 3. You have Good Witch. The card says, party, magic, create your own magic. Good Witch. Yes, indeed. Obviously. Okay, listen. This energy right here is supernatural. It's high vibrational, right? It is intuitive. It's strong. It's magical. Now, this is interesting because this person is already worried that you may be dating somebody else. But the card says you are no longer waiting for this person to determine what happens next in your life. You are creating your own happiness, your own opportunities, your own healing, your own future. And that is exactly why they can feel your energy shifting. And this person once believed that you would remain emotionally attached to them no matter how inconsistent they became. They assumed you would continue waiting, wondering, checking, hoping, and trying to figure out what they were feeling. But now, you have taken your power back. You are focusing more on yourself, your appearance, your career, your money, your spiritual growth, your peace, or even opening yourself to new love. And this person can feel that you are no longer building your entire emotional world around whether they call you. That is making them nervous because pile 2 is no longer sitting around staring at the phone like it contains the winning lottery numbers. Pile 2 is no longer sitting around staring at the phone like it contains the winning lottery numbers. Now, connect this with on the right path. Your path is leading you towards a version of yourself that no longer accepts confusion as romance. You are learning that you do not have to chase love, force love, beg for clarity, or convince somebody to recognize your value. You can create a life so full that anybody entering it must add to the magic and not drain it. And this person recognizes that somebody else could easily be attracted to the energy you are creating. That is why Is It True came out. They are wondering whether another person has already noticed the glow up, whether someone else is enjoying your attention, whether somebody else is receiving the softer, happier version of you, that emerged after you stopped carrying this connection on your back. Because now that you have stopped performing emotional CPR on this situation, this person is suddenly asking whether the relationship still has a pulse. The Good Witch can also show that this person believes you are highly intuitive. I feel like they feel like you can sense what they are hiding. You may have already known they cared, even when they acted detached. You have recognized their jealousy, fear, or regret before they ever admitted it. And that can intimidate them because they know they cannot easily manipulate someone who trusts their own intuition. You see through the silence, the excuses, the sudden curiosity, the indirect questions, and the fake casual behavior. And they ask whether you're dating someone, like they are simply making conversation. Meanwhile, their entire nervous system is standing behind the questions, holding a clipboard. But here's the deeper message. This person sees you as powerful enough to create a beautiful future without them. And that is the wake-up call. Judgment is forcing them to understand that they are not the source of your magic. They may have been part of your journey. They may still have feelings for you, but your happiness does not begin and end with their decisions. Their exact feeling is, you are creating a life and energy that no longer depends on me. And I am afraid someone else will be drawn to that magic that I failed to appreciate. They see you reclaiming your power, trusting your intuition, and creating your own happiness. And they know they can no longer return expecting the old version of you who tolerated uncertainty. Pile 2, you have 3 more cards to go. And now let's pull card 4 and find out. Is this person ready to add something real to the life you are creating? Or are they only panicking because they can no longer control your attention? Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. All right, you have Capricorn. The card says the boss. I'm going to tell you about the energy of Capricorn and how it does relate to this person on your mind. Thank you, Spirit. Now listen, we all know that Capricorn is that earth energy. Stability, grounded, loyal, right? Serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured and traditional, and wise and enduring, accomplished, right? The baddie, it's Capricorn, right? Bad A. You're prepared, and down to earth energy is Capricorn. Ambition. Remember these words if you want to look at Capricorn. It's ambition, control, discipline, status, long-term security, okay? The 4th card coming out. Now, Capricorn, like I said, is an earth sign ruled by the planet Saturn. That's the planet connected to responsibility, discipline, boundaries, time, maturity, consequences, and those difficult lessons that force somebody to grow up. Oh, you're going to grow the F up, okay, with this energy. So Capricorn energy is not usually interested in anything flimsy. This energy wants structure, stability, security, respect, long-term results, and control. Heavy on the control. Janet Jackson, the late 80s, heavy on the control. So Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo energy may be significant in your chart or in their chart or somewhere within this connection. But regardless of these zodiac signs, this card reveals that the person on your mind may be trying extremely hard to remain composed and in control. They are experiencing jealousy. They are wondering whether you are dating somebody. Yes. Okay. And they feel that you are creating your own magic and moving forward. But instead of openly admitting that, they are bothered. Yeah, they may put on their little business face and act like everything is under control. Meanwhile, internally, the emotional company is experiencing The emotional company is experiencing serious losses. The stock is failing, the employees are panicking, and management still refuses to release an official statement. And this person may be very focused on their career, finances, reputation, responsibilities, or creating material stability. They could have convinced themselves that practical matters needed to come first. They may have delayed the connection because they wanted to feel financially secure, emotionally prepared, or completely in control before offering you something serious. But here comes judgment asking, how long are you going to use responsibility as an excuse for emotional avoidance? Because being busy is one thing, being ambitious is one thing, building stability is one thing, but continuously treating love like it needs to schedule an appointment 6 months in advance, that is something else. Okay, now this card is called the Boss. And I feel like this person may be accustomed to calling the shots. They want to choose the timing. They want to decide what communication happens. They want to determine how quickly the connection develops. They also want access to you while still maintaining complete control over their own emotional exposure. But the Good Witch card showed that you are creating your own magic. You are the boss of your own life now. And they do not like the fact that they can no longer manage your feelings like a department under their supervision. Yes, they are wondering whether you are dating somebody because they can sense that their authority over this connection has expired. You are not waiting for instructions. You are not asking them what direction your life should take. You are not requesting approval to move forward. You have taken back your power, and this person is discovering that your heart was never company property. And now Capricorn is also connected to patience and long-term commitment. And so beneath the control and emotional restraint, this person may genuinely see you as someone they could build with. They view you as relationship material, somebody dependable, someone intelligent, someone who can create stability, success, and a meaningful future beside them. And, excuse me, they want something serious with you, but they have been handling serious feelings like a confidential corporate document locked away, okay? Password protected and unavailable to the person the information is actually about. Okay. So this also connects directly with on the right path. They realize that if they want a stable, committed relationship with you, they have to approach this correctly. Not through jealousy, not through indirect questions, not through watching from a distance, and definitely not through trying to control you. They have to become mature enough to tell the truth and offer something solid, because Capricorn energy does not only ask, what do you want? It asks, what are you prepared to build? And are you responsible enough to maintain it? That is the lesson this person is facing. They want to be seen as powerful, successful, and emotionally untouchable. But judgment is exposing the fact that no matter how controlled they appear, the possibility of you choosing somebody else has them deeply bothered. Their exact feeling is, I want to maintain control, but I am realizing I cannot control your path, your choices, or who receives your love. If I want a serious future with you, I need to stop managing my image and start expressing the truth. They see you as someone worthy of a stable long-term commitment, but their need to remain in control may be the very thing placing the future at risk. Pile 2, you have 2 more cards to go. Let's pull card 5 and find out. Is this boss finally prepared to take responsibility and build something real, or are they still trying to control a connection they refuse to properly claim? Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. You have divination, abuser. Okay, this requires a pause. Woo! Child. Spirit is showing up and showing out in the best possible way. Okay, to bring this to light. This is obsessively seeking answers, avoiding direct action. Okay. Now, this is interesting because this person is searching everywhere for answers about you, except directly from you. And I feel like they could be watching tarot readings as well, or checking astrology, asking friends, looking for signs, replaying dreams, or repeatedly trying to figure out, are they dating somebody? Do they still love me? Will they take me back? Is this connection meant to return? And listen, spiritual guidance can provide reflection. But at some point, you got to stop asking other people. Stop asking friends. Stop asking Google. And pull yourself together. And that's what this person is doing. So this connects directly to judgment because this person already knows that they are being called to tell the truth and take accountability. They already know the right path. They already know they are jealous. They already know they want something serious. But instead of having the conversation, they keep requesting confirmation from an answer that their heart has already given them. Now connect this to Capricorn, the boss. Right? So this person wants control, and they believe that if they gather enough information, read enough energy, or wait for the perfect spiritual sign, that they can approach you without risking rejection. But love does not come with a guaranteed approval notice. Sometimes you have to be vulnerable. Sometimes you have to speak. Sometimes you have to take accountability without knowing whether the other person will forgive you. So they are trying to spiritually investigate a situation that requires emotional participation. And this card also suggests that they are deeply curious about your energy. They feel like you are intuitive or spiritually protected. With Good Witch, they even believe you already know what they have been hiding. So now they are wondering whether you can sense their jealousy, regret, and a desire to return. And pile 2, you probably can. You probably can. That fake, calm Capricorn face is not fooling the spiritual department. Okay. And before y'all come at me, because I called Capricorn fake, please know this. I'm talking about the low vibration energy of Capricorn. And every single zodiac sign has a high and low vibration. Period. We operate in both sometimes throughout the day. And we have to catch ourselves and be like, okay, let's put this vibration back high. Let's stay in the light. Okay? So listen, but there's also a message here. Do not allow repeated Google searches to replace your own discernment. Look at their actions. Look at their consistency. Look at whether they communicate honestly. Because somebody can appear, right? And your energy for 6 months, or you can get information about them for 6 months and still refuse to appear in your messages. So their exact feelings is, I keep searching for signs about you because I am afraid to ask you directly. I feel like they're having dreams about you too. They're saying, I want certainty before I make a move. But deep down, I already know that this situation requires honesty and action. They are obsessively seeking confirmation about your feelings and your dating life. But baby, no Google search. No Google search or spiritual message can do the emotional work that they keep avoiding. Pile 2, you have one final card left. Now let's pull card 6 and find out. Will this person finally stop searching for answers and come directly to you? Or will they remain behind the scenes, spiritually spying while somebody else takes their opportunity? Let's find out. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? And you have Paradise. And a card says happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Honey, this is what they worried about. This ties into, is it true? You all in their head like a stack of condominiums, honey, on 5th Avenue. Yo, in New York City, busy, 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 traffic, 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 traffic. You, pow two. You are not giving this person a break, okay? Now, this person is not just worried about that you may be dating somebody. They are worried that you may be happy with somebody else. That is what's really getting underneath their skin. Because Is It True already showed, I heard you were dating someone. Please tell me it isn't true. And now Paradise comes out showing happiness, fun, laughter, emotional ease, and two people genuinely enjoying each other. And so this person may be imagining you out there. They're imagining you out there laughing with somebody else, going on dates, taking trips, feeling desired, being appreciated, and receiving the type of joyful connection they failed to create with you. They failed. And now, like I said, they are all in their head like a stack of condominiums on 5th Avenue. Floor after floor, thought after thought, scenario after scenario. They are wondering, are they happier without me? Is somebody else making them smile? Are they creating memories with someone new? Did I lose my chance while I was busy trying to act like the boss? And that last question is important because Capricorn energy showed someone who wanted control. They wanted to manage the timing, manage their emotions, manage how much they revealed. But Paradise is not about control. Paradise is about emotional freedom. It is about being able to laugh, relax, enjoy one another, and feel good without every interaction turning into a strategy meeting. And this person may now recognize that they made this connection heavier than it needed to be. There could have been happiness. There could have been fun. There could have been expansion. But instead, they may have overthought, delayed, withheld, watched, and searched for signs. And with divination abuser, they may have spent more time trying to predict the connection than actually enjoying it. They were checking the spiritual weather report instead of walking outside and experiencing the relationship. And now here's the deeper message, that this person still sees the possibility of happiness with you. They believe that if there's another chance, the connection could become lighter, more joyful, and more emotionally fulfilling. But Paradise also confirms that you are capable of creating happiness without them. This is why they are nervous. You are on the right path. You are creating your own magic, and they know somebody else could step in and enjoy that version of you they took for granted. Their exact feeling is, I want happiness and expansion with you, but I am terrified that you may already be creating that paradise with someone else. They are not only afraid of losing you, they are afraid of watching you become happier, freer, and more fulfilled with somebody who knew how to appreciate you from the beginning. Total energetic frequency, pile 2. Let's bring this whole reading together. Judgment plus teal blue crystal. This person is experiencing a serious wake-up call. They are reviewing their choices, recognizing their mistakes, and feeling called to speak the truth. On the right path. They believe that this connection was meaningful and that approaching you honestly could place them back in alignment, but they also know you may have already been moving forward without them. Is it true? They are deeply worried that you may be dating someone else. Jealousy is exposing their feelings. Their pride tried to hide. And good witch, they see you reclaiming your power, creating your own happiness, and building a life that does not depend on them. Capricorn, the boss, they want control, stability, and possibly something serious. But their need to manage every emotion and outcome has created distance. Divination abuser, they are repeatedly seeking signs, information about you instead of having the direct conversation that they know is necessary. Paradise, they want happiness, expansion, and emotional joy with you, but they fear somebody else may be already giving you that experience. This person is having a full emotional awakening because they can feel that your life is no longer revolving around them. And they know you are on the right path. They know you have taken your power back. They know you can create your own magic. And now they are worried that somebody else may be enjoying the beautiful energy that they failed to properly value. Here's the mess. Here is the mess. They wanted control, but now they cannot control who you date, how happy you become, or whether you still want them. And that is why they are watching, checking, wondering, Googling, asking questions, trying to gather information. Meanwhile, the answer is simple. If they want to know whether you are dating somebody, they need to stop asking friends and family, right? And conducting surveillance and come ask you. This person genuinely wants something stable and joyful with you, but wanting paradise and creating paradise are two different things. Paradise requires openness, playfulness, trust, communication, consistency, and emotional availability. It does not grow under heavy control, silence, jealousy, and endless investigation. They cannot run this connection like a corporation and then wonder why there is no romance at the annual meeting. Child, judgment says that they're being called to wake up. And Capricorn says they need to take responsibility. The teal blue glass crystal says that they need to communicate honestly. And Paradise says the reward could be happiness, but only if they stop watching your life from the outside and actually show up differently. Their feelings are, I finally understand how much you mean to me. I am afraid you are moving on, creating your own happiness and possibly sharing your joy with someone else. I want another chance to build something stable and beautiful with you, but I know I can no longer hide behind control, pride, or Google Maps. Closing messages. Clarity family. This closes your Pile 2 reading. For direct clarity about your personal situation, 3 questions for $33 personal reading is still available. And honey, you can ask any 3 questions about the person on your mind, communication and contact, love, commitment, and intentions, career and finances, spiritual growth, hidden energy surrounding your situation, or anything personal where you need deeper clarity. The information is located in the description. And remember, there are certain things that I can share during a private personal reading that I cannot fully discuss on this platform. And if you know, you know. Pile 2, your final message is that this person is waking up because they fear somebody else may be giving you the happiness they kept delaying. They want paradise with you, but before they can enjoy it, they must stop hiding behind control and finally tell the truth. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading, Pile 3. Today, we are tapping into the person on your mind and their exact feelings for you. We are going deep into this person's emotions, not just do they like you. No, we are finding out what lights up inside them when they think about you, what they admire about you, what they are hiding beneath their smile, whether they see happiness and a future with you, what makes them nervous about your confidence, and whether they are ready to bring this connection into the light or continue acting like their feelings are classified information. Because somebody can smile, joke, act relaxed, and pretend everything is casual. Meanwhile, emotionally, they are already created a full romantic highlight reel starring you. Okay, but real quick though, the 3 questions for $33 personal psychic reading is still available. You can ask any 3 questions about the person on your mind, communication and contact, love, commitment and interactions, career and finances, hidden energy surrounding a situation, or anything personal where you need deeper clarity. The information is located in the description. And let me say this, there are certain things I can share during a private personal reading that I cannot fully discuss on this platform. A collective reading gives us the overall energy. A personal reading allows me to tap directly into your person, your situation, your circumstances, and the details surrounding your questions. And if you know, honey. All right, pile 3. Let's get straight into it. Your energy drew you here to the yellow glass crystal paired with the sun. Now, and right away, this person feels like you light up their energy, their entire energy. The sun represents happiness, warmth, confidence, truth, joy, attraction, success, vitality, and something finally being brought into the open. This is one of the brightest cards in tarot. So when this person thinks about you, there is a genuine sense of happiness. You make them smile. You lift their mood. You bring excitement into their life. And even if they try to act serious, detached, or emotionally unaffected, their energy changes when your name comes up. This person sees you as somebody who is naturally radiant. You do not have to beg for attention. You do not have to force yourself to be seen. You walk into a room and people notice. You speak and people listen. You smile and the atmosphere changes. And that is attractive to them. But let's be honest. It also intimidates the hell out of them because light attracts attention. And this person, they know that they are not the only one capable of seeing your value. They wonder who else notices you, who else wants you, who else is waiting for an opportunity, who else is admiring the same confidence, beauty, warmth, and energy that they are trying so hard not to admit has them hooked. They know you have options and they do not like it. This person feels proud to be connected to you. They see you as attractive, successful, positive, creative, or somebody who stands out without even trying. You may be improving your life, looking better, feeling stronger, becoming more confident, or simply refusing to dim yourself to make anybody else comfortable. And this person notices all of it. You are not shrinking so they can feel better. This is where the intimidation comes in. Because somebody who lacks confidence may be attracted to your light while also feeling threatened by it. They want to stand beside you, but part of them may wonder whether they can match your energy, okay? They may think, am I enough for this person? Can I give them the kind of love they deserve? What if they realize they can do better? What if somebody more confident comes along and claims what I keep hesitating to claim? And that is the real issue. They are attracted to your brightness, but afraid that they may not be able to keep up with it. Now let's talk about the yellow glass crystal, okay? Yellow connects with confidence, power, personal power, optimism, clarity, joy, self-worth, and the solar plexus chakra. So this person sees you as somebody who is stepping into your power. You are becoming more certain about what you want, more aware of your value, and less willing to tolerate confusion, and much more comfortable saying, either bring something real to my life or move out of the sunlight. This person may have enjoyed your warmth, your attention, your encouragement, the way you made them feel. But now they sense that you are becoming more selective about where you place that energy. And that makes them nervous because they know your light is valuable. They know your love is valuable. And they know that once you stop shining that energy towards them, they are going to feel the temperature drop. The sun is also connected to truth being revealed. And so this person may feel that they cannot hide forever. Their feelings will become obvious. The attraction is getting harder to disguise. The way they look at you, speak to you, react to you, or become bothered by the idea of losing you may already be exposing them. They think that they are being mysterious. Meanwhile, everybody in the emotional neighborhood can see the lights are on. And this card can also show that they see real happiness with you, okay? They imagine laughing together, traveling, celebrating life, building a family, creating joyful memories, or simply experiencing a relationship that feels lighter, healthier, and more honest than what they have known before. See, because you represent happiness to this person. But here's the problem. Sometimes people want access to somebody's light without being willing to bring honesty into the connection. They want the warmth. They want the attention. They want the joy. But they are still hiding, still avoiding, still acting unclear. And the sun says that cannot continue. Everything hidden eventually comes into the light. Their feelings, their intentions, their fears, their jealousy, their desire, and the truth about whether they are actually ready for the happiness they claim they want. Because Pile 3 is not going to keep being somebody's sunshine while receiving cloudy behavior in return. You are not a free emotional weather service. If they want warmth, they need to bring some too. This person feels like being with you would improve their life. You inspire them to be more confident, more open, more playful, more optimistic, more willing to enjoy the present moment. But they also know that your happiness is not dependent on them. See, you can shine with or without this connection. And that is what makes you powerful. They want to be a part of your joy, but they are afraid that if they keep hiding, delaying, or acting uncertain, you will eventually choose somebody who is not afraid to stand beside you in the light. And their exact feeling is, you make me happy. You inspire me. I see something bright and beautiful with you. But I am afraid your confidence and your options may lead you towards someone who is ready to love you openly. Pile 3, the opening energy says that this person sees you as radiant, confident, desirable, and emotionally uplifting. You bring happiness into this energy. You represent joy, success, attraction, warmth, and the possibility of a relationship that feels open and fulfilling. But your light also intimidates them. They know other people can see what they see. They know you are stepping into your power, and they know you will not continue dimming yourself while somebody decides whether they are ready. And their exact feeling is, you make my life feel brighter. But I am afraid that if I keep hiding what I feel, somebody else will step into the light and love you openly. Pile 3, you have 6 more cards. 6 more cards to go in this reading. Each card is going to reveal what this person truly feels beneath the surface, what they love most about your energy, what they are hiding behind their smile, what intimidates them about your confidence, whether they genuinely see happiness and a future with you, and whether they are finally ready to bring their feelings into the light. And once we reach card 6, we are going straight into the total energetic frequency, well, we will connect their emotions, attraction, hidden fears, intentions, actions, and the overall energy surrounding this connection. All right, pile 3, let's pull card 1 and find out what this person feels when they imagine you giving your light, love, and attention to somebody else. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. And you got balance. Card 1 is balance. Libra energy showing up, y'all. Libra could be in the top placements of their birth chart. Sun, moon, rising sign, 7th house of relationships, or the planet Venus. But also it could be in yours. So, right? This is harmony, reciprocity, and emotional stability. Equal energy when you see balance. And this fits perfectly with the sun, because this person see you as somebody who brings both happiness and stability into their life. You are not just exciting to them. You are not just attractive. You are not just somebody who makes them smile. You make life more centered. The person may feel like your energy balances them out, okay? While they are too serious, you bring warmth. When they are overthinking, you bring clarity. When they are emotionally scattered, you bring peace. And when they are sitting in darkness, acting like life is one long, sad documentary, you open the curtains and remind them that the sun still exists. But here is where the reading gets interesting. The balance energy, it's also about equal exchange. So this person may know that the connection cannot remain one-sided, that they cannot keep receiving your warmth, attention, support, and emotional energy while giving you uncertainty in return. They know the scales have to become even. And pile 3, you may already be demanding that without saying a word. Your energy may be, I am not doing all the reaching out. I am not carrying every conversation. I am not proving all the reassurance. And I am definitely not pouring sunshine into somebody who keeps handing me seasonal depression. And this person feels like you are not matching their effort. When they pull back, you do not chase. When they become inconsistent, you redirect your attention. When they act confused, you stop trying to explain the connection to them. And now they are noticing that you are no longer overcompensating for what they refuse to contribute. That is creating a wake-up call, because they have grown comfortable with you doing more communicating, more forgiving, more understanding, more waiting. But balance says the old arrangement is ending. You are not carrying 2 emotional grocery bags while this person walks beside you holding the receipt. Now connect this with the yellow glass crystal. Yellow energy is confidence, self-worth, clarity, and personal power. You are learning to protect your light by becoming more selective about who receives it. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming balanced. There is a difference. You can love somebody and still require reciprocity. You can care and still set limits. You can be compassionate without volunteering to become somebody's emotional life support machine. Your kindness does not cancel your standards. And so this person deeply admires that about you. They see you as mature, grounded, and emotionally intelligent, but they also feel nervous because balance is forcing them to ask, am I giving this person what they give me? Have I been fair? Am I adding happiness to their life or only enjoying the happiness they bring into mine? And that last question may be uncomfortable because the signs show that you make them feel good. But now balance asks, how do they make you feel? Do they bring clarity? Do they bring peace? Do they make you feel chosen? Do they return your effort? Or do they just show up whenever they need a little emotional vitamin D? This person genuinely wants to restore harmony. If there has been conflict, separation, inconsistent communication, or emotional imbalance, they want to correct it. They are thinking about offering more, communicating more clearly, showing up consistently, or finally meeting you halfway. But the key word is action. Balance is not something they can promise. It is something they have to demonstrate. So their exact feelings sound like, you bring peace and happiness into my life. You make me feel more whole. But I know that I have not always given you the same emotional security in return. Their exact feelings is, you bring light and balance into my life. And I know that if I want to keep you, I have to start receiving more than I give. They see you as happiness, peace, and emotional stability, but this connection can only thrive if they begin matching the love, effort, and consistency you have already shown. Pile 3, you have 5 more cards to go. Now let's pull card 2 and find out, what part of this connection does this person know has been unfair or emotionally one-sided? Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. You have emotional intimacy. The card says, I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. See, that part right there. Didn't we just say that? Spirit is showing up and showing out. Thank you, Spirit. Look, I don't know who needed to hear this, but you came to the right energy today. This is your message, boo. Just for you, okay? Because this is a synchronicity. This is what we just spoke of. The second card, literally, emotional intimacy. I'll read the card one more time. It says, I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. And there it is. That is the imbalance. This person enjoys your warmth, your honesty, your support, your emotional availability. And when it's time for them to be just as open, suddenly the emotional office is closed for renovations. They care deeply about you. They may, right? And they may feel happy around you. They may even see you as someone they could trust. But vulnerability is difficult for them. Being truly seen scares them. Because once they open up, they lose the ability to hide behind silence, jokes, distance, mixed signals, or that little fake calm act they keep putting on. This person is afraid. They're afraid that if they tell you everything they feel, you will have too much power. They fear rejection, judgment, abandonment, or being disappointed after finally letting their guard down. And so instead, they try to stay composed. But the sun brings everything into the light. And you already see right through them. Now connect this with balance. The connection has felt uneven because you were willing to be emotionally honest while they kept giving you edited versions of themselves. You shared the full story. They gave you a preview trailer. Yes, they have expected you to understand their silence, read between the lines, interpret their behavior, and somehow translate every vague gesture into feelings they were too afraid to express. But pile 3 is not working as an unpaid emotional translator anymore. This person knows that, And they are realizing that if they want real balance, they have to meet you in emotional intimacy. Not just attraction, not just chemistry, not just fun, actual honesty, actual vulnerability, actual conversations, actual emotional risk. Because you cannot build a close relationship with someone who keeps their heart behind bulletproof glass and then wonders why you feel distant. The deeper truth is this: they want closeness with you more than they are willing to admit. You make them feel safe enough to imagine opening up, but that safety also exposes how much they have been hiding. And now they are being forced to confront the fact that emotional intimacy does not happen by accident. They have to participate. Their exact feeling is, I want to feel close to you, but I am afraid that if I show you the full truth of my emotions, I could be hurt, rejected, or lose control. See, they crave emotional closeness with you, but fear has kept them giving you only pieces of themselves instead of honestly required to create real intimacy. Pile 3, you have 4 more cards to go. Now let's pull card 3 and find out what emotion is this person most afraid to admit when it comes to you. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. Card 3. All right, and you got soul sisters. The card says 2 hearts, 1 soul, sisterhood. Now, this is true emotional intimacy, by the way. When you have sisterhood, you have someone that is loyal, someone that you could depend on, someone that you could tell your deepest secrets to. 2 hearts, 1 soul, deep soul connection. Okay? Now, this card is speaking to a connection that feels deeply familiar. This person feels like you understand them in a way that most people do not. There may be a friendship underneath the attraction, comfort underneath the chemistry, and a sense that the 2 of you can be yourselves around one another without having to perform. They feel like you are not only someone they desire, you are someone who truly gets them. And that is exactly why the emotional intimacy card came out, because this connection feels safe enough for them to open up, but deep enough to scare the heck out of them. Okay? So when somebody only wants something casual, vulnerability is not always required. But when they feel a soul level bond, now their real emotions are involved. Now they risk being seen. Now they risk losing someone who feels like a lover, best friend, confidant, and emotional home all wrapped into one. This is why they are holding back, and not because there's nothing there, because there is more there than they know how to handle. Okay? And so this person wants to tell you things that they do not tell other people. Their fears, their insecurities, their past, their dreams, the parts of themselves they usually keep hidden, but they still be learning, right? They still are learning how to trust a connection without assuming that closeness will eventually be used against them. Now, connect this with balance. They know that you have been offering friendship, understanding, warmth, and emotional support. And they feel guilty because they have not always met you with the same openness. You have been giving full access friendship while they keep handing you a visitor's pass. But sisterhood says that there's a genuine bond here. And for some of you, this person sees you as their best friend or someone that they could build that kind of foundation with. And honestly, that is the part of what makes the connection so powerful. because attraction can fade, excitement can shift, but feeling understood, feeling accepted, feeling like somebody knows your soul, that is much harder to replace. Their exact feeling is, you feel like more than romance to me. You feel like friendship, safety, understanding, and a soul connection. And that is why opening my heart to you feels both beautiful and terrifying. Listen, they feel deeply connected to you, but the intimacy of being truly known is forcing them to confront every emotional wall that they have been hiding behind. So pile 3, you have 3 more cards to go. Now let's pull card 4 and find out, do they want to deepen this soul connection? Or are they still afraid of becoming emotionally dependent on someone who knows them this well? Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. Card 4. You have the Sun as card 4, y'all. It's a synchronicity. Sun card coming out. Y'all, I told you everything done in the dark, it's coming to light. And in this connection, it's even strengthened. The power is strengthened. If you've been wondering something about this person, like, are they lying to you? Are they keeping parts of themselves hidden? Worry no more. You're going to find out, okay? Because let me just say this, card 4 is a synchronicity. This is signs, it's divine timing, repeated messages, and meaningful connections when you see that, okay? And now this reading is getting even deeper because this person feels like the connection between you is not random. I feel like they notice repeating numbers. They hear songs that remind them of you, dream about you, see your name, think about you right before you contact them, or keep running into little reminders that bring their attention right back to this connection. And no matter how hard they try to put you out of their mind, something keeps pulling you back into focus. Now connect this with sisterhood, 2 hearts, 1 soul. That card already showed a deep sense of familiarity, understanding, and emotional recognition. And now the Sun says that this person may believe that there is something spiritually significant about this connection, with it coming out twice. They may not even know how to explain it. I feel like they simply feel like meeting you happened for a reason. Like you entered their life at a specific time to awaken something in them, to show them what emotional safety feels like, to expose the walls they built, or to teach them that real intimacy requires more than attraction. It requires honesty. But here's the messy part. This person keeps asking the universe for signs while ignoring the emotional truth standing directly in front of them. They may say, if I see another repeating number, I'll know. If this song plays again, I'll know. If they contact me first, I'll know. Meanwhile, the universe may be looking at them like, I have sent 12 signs. I have sent 12 signs. At this point, you need to send a message. Because this synchronicity with the Sun can confirm a meaningful bond, but it does not replace communication. It does not replace vulnerability, and it definitely does not excuse emotional inconsistency. Now, connect this with emotional intimacy. So this person uses signs and certain confirmations as a way to feel close to you without actually opening up, because they know that's a part of you. They privately believe the connection is special. They sense the bond. They feel the pull, but being raw and authentic still frightens them. See, they trust the signs more than they trust themselves to speak. And that is the issue. The Sun wants everything brought into the light. Balance requires effort. Emotional intimacy requires honesty. Sisterhood shows a deeper soul bond. And the Sun twice, which is a synchronicity, says that the message keeps repeating because this person has not fully responded to it yet. And so their exact feeling is, I keep receiving reminders of you. And I believe our connection happened for a reason. But I am still afraid to openly admit how deeply this affects me. They may see this connection as spiritually significant, but the universe can point them towards you. It cannot make them become emotionally available. Pile 3, you have 2 more cards to go. Now let's pull card 5 and find out what truth do all these signs keep trying to make this person finally admit about you. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. Card 5. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so you got, the card says hustling. The card says making it rain, focused on the bag. Money is the mission. Okay. Now, I'm really sensing that, yes, this is the type of person that is focused on finances, like career security and building a future, right? Money is the mission. And so now we see one of the biggest reasons this person may be holding back emotionally. They are heavily focused on money, career, success, or financial stability. This person feels like they need to get their life together before they can fully open their heart. They are telling themselves, I need to make more money. I need to become stable. I need to handle my responsibilities. I cannot focus on love right now. But meanwhile, you are still living in their head rent-free. So apparently money is the mission, but pile 3 is the unpaid consultant. So this person genuinely be working hard. Now, they could be dealing with financial pressure, career changes, debt, business goals, or the need to prove themselves, okay? And with the Sun, they see you as someone successful, confident, and capable of building a beautiful life. That inspires them, but it also makes them insecure. They feel like they need to become more established before they can stand beside you confidently. Now connect this with balance. The connection feels unbalanced because they are giving most of their energy to work and finances while expecting you to understand why there is so little left for emotional intimacy. They believe, once I get everything together, I will open up. Once I reach this goal, then I will make time. Once I feel secure, then I will tell them how I feel. But pile 3, at some point, once I get my money right, can become a very convenient hiding place. A bank account cannot have the vulnerable conversation for them. This also explains the emotional intimacy card. Focusing on money may be easier than focusing on feelings. Work has structure. Goals have deadlines. Money can be measured. But emotions are unpredictable. They require trust. They require honesty. They require someone to admit that they do not have everything under control. And this person may prefer working 12 hours over sitting through one honest emotional conversation. So now, with the synchronicity of the 2 suns and sisterhood, they believe this connection is meaningful. They feel spiritually drawn to you. They see you as someone who understands them deeply. But they are still prioritizing survival, ambition, or achievement over emotional closeness. They are trying to build financial security while risking emotional loss. That is the contradiction. They think they are preparing for a future with you. But if they never communicate that, you simply experience them as unavailable. So you cannot know that they are building for the future if they keep leaving you outside the construction site. There is also a possibility that this person sees you as someone they could build wealth or success with. They admire your ambition. They believe the two of you could create something stable, prosperous, and long-lasting together. But first, they have to understand a successful relationship requires emotional investment too. Not just financial plans, not just career goals, not just a vision of what life could look like. They need to contribute time, truth, affection, and consistency. Their exact feeling is, I care deeply. I care about you deeply, but I am focused on becoming financially stable and successful. I may be using work as a shield because emotional vulnerability feels much harder for me to control. So yes, they are trying to build a secure future, but they risk losing the person they imagine sharing it with if they continue treating love like something that can wait indefinitely. Pile 3, you have one final card. Now let's pull card 6 and find out, will this person finally make room for love while building their future, or will they remain focused on money until the emotional opportunity has passed? Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. Card 6. You have self-indulgence. Focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. The shadow work is standing out. All of it is related. But here's what I'm picking up. And for this to be the final card, self-indulgence is extremely appropriate. Okay? Because this person's issue is not that they do not feel anything for you. The issue is that emotional closeness with you is exposing the parts of themselves that they have been avoiding. The shadow work. See, you bring the light with the sun. And when light enters a room, it does not only reveal what is beautiful, it also reveals what has been hiding in the corners. And this person has abandonment wounds, trust issues, fear of rejection, insecurity, emotional avoidance, or a belief that they must become financially successful before they are worthy of love. So when emotional intimacy said, I'm afraid to truly open up to you, that was not a small statement. This person is afraid that if they open up, you will see everything. The wounds, the fear, the insecurity, the parts of them that do not feel as confident as they pretended to be. And honestly, they are out here saying money is the mission, but the real mission is emotional healing. So they can make more money, build a career, reach the goal, but everything they want, right? They can buy everything they want. But if they do not address the shadow, they will still bring the same emotional walls into a more expensive house. Now connect this with balance. This person knows that they cannot create balance with you until they become more balanced within themselves. And they cannot give emotional security while living in fear. They cannot offer honesty while hiding from their own emotions. And they cannot create deep intimacy while treating vulnerability like a dangerous activity. They need to work on themselves, not expect your love to do all the healing for them. You inspire their healing, right? You may inspire their healing, and you can create a safe space. You can show them what a healthy soul connection feels like, but you are not responsible for dragging them through every shadow while they complain that the light is too bright. Now, self-indulgence can also show this person focusing heavily on themselves right now. Their money, their goals, their healing, their personal development. And that is not necessarily negative. They genuinely need time to understand themselves and become emotionally stronger. But here's where it becomes a problem. Self-focus cannot become an excuse to keep taking from you without giving anything back. They cannot say, I'm working on myself, while still expecting your loyalty, attention, emotional support, and unlimited patience. Because healing is personal, but the consequences of their behavior are shared. And here is another message. Pile 3, this card also be speaking directly to you. You need to focus on your own happiness, your own healing, your own appreciation, and the parts of yourself you neglected while trying to understand this person. You are the light, but you need some of that light for yourself. You do not have to keep pouring into somebody who is unavailable. You do not have to wait for them to finish every chapter of their healing journey. And you do not have to put your life on pause while they decide when they are ready for emotional intimacy. And so their exact feeling is, I feel a deep connection with you, but being close to you exposes wounds and fears I still need to heal. I know I cannot give you the balance and emotional intimacy you deserve until I confront my own shadow. See, they see you as light, love, balance, and soul level connection, but your presence is forcing them to face the emotional work they can no longer avoid. Total energetic frequency, pile 3. All right, let's bring this entire reading together. The sun plus the yellow glass crystal. This person sees you as radiant, confident, joyful, desirable, and emotionally uplifting. You brighten their energy, but your light also exposes what they have been hiding. Balance. They know that this connection needs equal effort, reciprocity, and emotional stability. They recognize that they have received more warmth and support than they have returned. Emotional intimacy. Yes, they crave closeness with you, but are afraid to be raw, honest, and emotionally exposed. Their fear of vulnerability has created distance and imbalance. Sisterhood, two hearts, one soul. They feel a deep familiarity with you. They feel like you feel like a best friend, confident, lover, and emotional home, right? All wrapped into one connection. The sun twice. They believe meeting you happened for a reason, because the sun is a synchronicity, right? So they believe meeting you happens for a reason. They notice reminders, signs, dreams, or meaningful coincidences that keep bringing their attention back to you. Money is the mission. They are heavily focused on career, financial security, achievement, or proving themselves. Because work may also be a convenient shield that helps them avoid emotional vulnerability. Self-indulgence. Here's the thing. They need self-work, healing, shadow work, and greater self-awareness before they can create the balanced emotional intimacy this connection requires. This person feels a real and meaningful connection with you, but they are not fully emotionally prepared for everything that connection demands. They see your light, they feel your warmth, they recognize the soul bond. They believe the connection is spiritually significant, but being close to you forces them to confront themselves. You are not only showing them love, you are showing them where they still need to heal. And that is why they bury themselves in work. Money is measurable. Success is controllable. Career goals can be placed on a calendar. But emotional intimacy, that requires them to take off the mask. And this person is willing to work overtime before admitting one honest feeling. But pile 3, here's the truth. They cannot purchase their way out of a shadow work. They cannot avoid healing by becoming busier. They cannot replace vulnerability with ambition. And they cannot keep enjoying your sunshine while leaving you to sit alone under their emotional clouds. This connection needs balance. You need to feel supported too. You need to feel chosen too. You need emotional safety too. And while this person they genuinely love your energy, they must learn to give back without expecting you to become their therapist, healer, motivational speaker, spiritual guide, and romantic partner all at once. That is too many positions for one relationship. And there is no dental plan. Okay, so the Sun says that the truth is coming into light. The truth is that this person cares. They feel deeply connected. They imagine real emotional closeness. But the truth is also that feelings are not enough when fear keeps preventing participation. Their exact feelings are, you bring happiness, peace, and deep emotional connection into my life. I feel that our bond is meaningful, but opening myself up to you exposes wounds I have avoided. I am focused on building security, yet I know that the deeper work is healing myself so I can finally meet you with the balance, honesty, and intimacy you deserve. All right, Clarity family, that closes your Pile 3 reading. For direct clarity about your personal situation, 3 questions for $33 personal psychic reading is still available. And you can ask any 3 questions about the person on your mind, communication and contact, love, commitment and intentions, career and finances, spiritual guidance, hidden energy surrounding your situation, or anything personal where you need deeper clarity. The information is located in the description. The link is there. And remember that there are certain things I can share during a private personal reading that I cannot fully discuss on this platform. And if you know, you know. Pile 3, your final message is that this person sees you as light, happiness, and a soul level connection. But loving you requires emotional depth that they are still learning to access. Their next step is not another financial goal. It is the shadow work necessary to love you without hiding.